Yes? Anyone from the online classes? What do you mean by keyword?
True, false, print, and
Yes, Kenneth?
so true, false, print, and many keywords.
What do you mean by keyword, Kenneth? Not shortcut keys.
So the words that already have a meaning to them.
Exactly, the words which are already defined, which are predefined in the library, right? So suppose I say that we have a word if, you must have used this, you must have used else, you must have used elif, you must have used for, while, pass, break, continue, print, all those words, int, input, float, all those words which are already defined in the Python library or in the library of any of the programming language, you cannot use them as an identifier. It means I cannot write print equals to 2. This is invalid. I cannot store a value inside a keyword. Why? Because keywords are designed to perform a particular task, to do a particular function. They're not allowed to use them as a variable. We cannot use them as a variable. Am I clear? The students who are online, am I clear to all of you?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of you are requested to please put your videos on. If you want to write down something in your notebook, you can write it down. Because you have to prepare a notebook and you will be marked accordingly. Right? Keywords are the words which have a predefined meaning in the library. If you are talking about Python language, so the words which have a predefined meaning in the Python library.
Keywords also known as shortcut keys.
Keywords are not shortcut keys. Keywords are the words which have a predefined meaning in the library. All of you, please put your videos on. No. We're talking about the Boolean literals. What we're talking about? We were talking about the Boolean literals. The literals, we know literals are the values. So we have two kind of Boolean literals that we are having. One is true, second is we just have two values, true and false. They are not enclosed in any of the codes. Right? If I am writing A equals to true, so keep in mind this true is not a string literal, but it is a Boolean literal. But I place quotes here. Now, the property of this Boolean literal is changed. Now it is a string literal. It's a string value. Right? Am I clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
When we get these Boolean literals, in any of the relational operators, suppose we have a condition. The condition, for example, we have a value a equals to 10 and we are going to print whether a is greater than 5. We have a value a which is equals to 10 and I am printing a greater than 5. This operator is known as, first of all, this operator is a relational operator and all your relational operators and your logical operators returns you the Boolean literal, the Boolean value. Right? In the form of true or false. So, a is 10. Is it true or false? Is this true? It will return you correct. Right? So keep in mind all the relational operators and all the logical operators will be returning you the what? Will be returning you a Boolean literal. Either true or false. If you want to write it down, you can write.
What is the real meaning of Boolean?
Boolean is 2. So Boolean is 2. Bool, 2. Either true or false. I'm just picking up the topics from between. I'm just discussing them because you already have studied all these things in your classes. Ma'am has already told you, taught you. Ma'am has taught you all these things, na? But I'm just making you revise. Why not? So talking about the next topic, what else do we have in a literal? But we have discussed about the numeric literals, we have discussed about your string literals, we have discussed about the boolean literal. One more literal is left. That is Kanak. Kanak, the literal is
Numeric.
numeric we have done, string we have done, boolean we have done it now. One more literal we are left with. That is anyone from the online class? Aishwarya, Akansha.
Sir, are they complex numbers?
The special little.
Exactly, we have a special literal that is none. We have a special literal that is none. Now what is none? Suppose I say that I want a variable to be declared. Please listen to this carefully. I want a variable, an identifier to be declared, not to be initialized. Initialization means suppose a is 0. Initialized identified this variable a to be 0. This is initialization. What I want is, I want a variable to be declared, but I do not want to initialize a value inside it. Means I need a variable to be there in the memory, but the value should be empty. There should be no value. It means you are just declaring a variable, you are not initializing that variable. You are not initializing a value. In that case, we have a special literal that is none. So we can use a equals to, and in the further programming, it might be possible that you will be using this variable a to assign some kind of value that can be assigned easily. But in the starting of the program, you are just telling it, you are just telling the program that we have a variable with the name a having none value. That is, it is empty right now. But might be used further in the same program to initialize, to have some, to store some value. Yes, you haven't clear, not clear. We have a variable a. We initialize this variable as 0. If this is 0 now, it means that in the memory we have a value 0. What if I need a variable, but I do not need the value to be initialized? That I'll be initializing later on. Then we have.
Sir, it would make no difference. If we want to perform an operation on A, it would add something, divide something to 0 only. It won't make a difference because the value is already 0.
Sorry, Kanak?
Sir, if I am performing some operation on A and if I keep its value is equal to 0, then the answer would be same. If I keep its value none, the answer would be same.
You're not getting my point, Kanak. I said that a equals to 0. It means we have initialized some value. There is a value. There is some value here right now. Right? But if I make variable a as none, it means that we do not have any value. Variable is there in the memory, but there is no value. Now your question, what if I divide a, we are dividing a with some variable, with some value. Suppose I say 2. If it is 0 by 2, you'll be getting a 0. If it is 0, if it is none by 2, then you'll be getting what?
None.
You'll not be getting 0. Right? You'll not be getting 0. So none is a special literal which is used to initialize, which is used to declare a variable which can be used further in the programming that will be initializing that variable. Initialization means giving a value. Declaring means just having that variable in the memory. The variable is residing in the memory, but we do not have any value. That means we're declaring, we're initializing a to be none. Clear? Any doubts? Acha, there is a problem. What if I print this? Print, hello. Who's going to answer this question? Have you seen this question before? Kanak? Kanak, have you seen this question before?
Yes, sir.
You have seen this question. You must be aware with this. What is going to be printed? I'm not getting any response from other students. Sayyam?
Hello.
Yes, Bhavya?
So one time hello.
There should be two outputs. Because I have written print 2 times. Sanket, Aishwarya, Dishita, Vani.
Where is it?
Sir, 2 times sir.
Sir, it will
It
be
won't
sir
be
print
cancelled.
hello, then only hello.
Wrong.
So print
Where is it?
returns
Print.
none. So does it print none?
Yes, Manav, please repeat.
So print function returns none type. So will it print none after hello?
After hello, it will be none. Great. So the output of this code will be hello and none. How? By as the rule says that you are studying this rule from your class 6th onwards, that first of all the brackets are solved. You know this thing? The brackets will be solved first. Print hello. Printed. Now we are left with print nothing. It will be none. We do not have anything to print now. It will be none. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the next line. Great. So moving further. Let us talk about a very simple problem of from Python fundamentals only. I am giving you a program to find the output, right? You are required to write the output of the program after the execution of this code. let me tell you one thing. You will be having examination, right? And MCQs are not easy, they're difficult. To solve the MCQ, you need the 100% conceptual clarity. And everything, each and every topic in very deep should be clear to you. Yes, it's an assignment operator. What is that? It's an assignment operator. What it says, suppose I have a value a equals to 2 and I write it down, a plus b equal 1. I'm telling you an example. Suppose a is 2 and I have written a plus equals to 1. What it will do? This statement means a equals to a plus 1. It means whatever the value of a is, add this to that value and again assign the value to the variable a. It means the value of a will be now 3. Right?
2.
Will be 3. Now see, a is 3, b is 5. It says b plus equals to a into 2. It means b equals to b plus a into 2. Which operator has the higher precedence, plus or multiply?
Multiply.
Which operator has the higher precedence? Multiply?
Yes, sir.
It will be 5 plus a into 2. 3 to the 6, it will be 11. B will be 11. C comma a equals to 2 comma c plus b. Now the value of c will be something.
2.
C cannot be assigned here, it will raise an error. I'm taking a variable c over here, which is 1. Now c is 2. By c was earlier it was 1. Now it is 2. A equals to, c is 2. A will be c plus b. Now, will this a will be using c this value 2 or will be using 1? But will this a be using the value of c as 2 or 1?
The 2.
2.
1.
1.
Why this?
If they are in the same statement, they do not use the value. They use the value which was initialized one means above, right? So this a is not going to use this value 2. It is going to use the value of c as 1, which was previously initialized. I will be giving some more examples. Don't worry. So
Sir, could you explain it once more?
Arun will be doing some more examples. Don't worry, dear. C is 2, right? Then it says a equals to c plus b. This c could not be used, this c will not be using this value 2, will be using the previously initialized value. Because, why? This statement has not executed till now. Is it executed the whole? Have they executed this statement? No, it is not executed. It is still in execution. Still, the value of c in the memory is 1. Right? So 1 plus 11 will be 12. So a will be 12. Print ABC. 12, 11, 2. This is the output. 12, 11, 2. And it option this. Vani, Galaxy, Kunal, Kunjal,
No, sir.
Kirti, Aryan,
No, sir.
Aishwarya, Shashwat,
No, sir.
Chalo.
C1 again. The value.
Yes, Vanshika.
Can you explain for C again?
For C. See, what we have? We have C as 2 now. Earlier it was C, earlier the value of C was 1. Now the value of C is 2. Right? Then it says that A equals to C plus B. A equals to C plus B. Now you'll say, he said the value of C has become 2. So why you are not taking the value of C as 2? Why you are taking the value of C as 1? Because this statement is not executed yet. Still the memory of C is having the value 1. It's not having 2. Still the value of C is 1 in the memory. So that is why we are using this value 1. It's a rule. We are doing some more examples. Let me show you one more example. Y. Find the output.
Sir, 2025.
Sir,
Sir, is it
2220.
2025?
Sir,
Sir,
2220.
2023.
Chalo, let's see. Vanshika, what are you getting? Vanshika, what value are you getting? Yes, Vanshika?
2225.
22 and 25. Chalo, let us see. What's the value? So in the memory we have x as 20, y as 22. Right? The value of x is 20, the value of y is 22. X comma y comma x is also this. Okay. X is x plus 2. Alright, it will be 22. But see, I'm not initializing, I'm not changing the value in the memory. I'm waiting. It's on hold. The value of x is 22, we are holding this thing. Y is 20. Okay, y is 20. Again, we are holding this value. X is y plus 3. Now, what value of this x is going to access? Y as 20 or 22? 22. So x will be 25 now. Sorry, 23 now. By x is 20 actually. I thought it was 22. So x is 20. Let's see. 25 over. Let's go.
Yes, at 25.
25
That's what
over.
I'm. Okay, x is 25, y is 20 now because see, there are no further statements to execute. So x is 25 and y is 20. The output will be 25. Any doubts to anyone in the class?
No, sir.
Great. I don't know whether you have studied this topic or not in the class. Have you studied this function, ID function in the class? Let me tell you what you mean by this ID. But as you know, that your variables that you are taking your values are stored somewhere in the memory. They are stored in the memory. Which memory is it use? Does it use? It uses your RAM, your primary memory to store these variables. Okay. Now, your memory has addresses. What they have? They have addresses because we can pick the value, we can store the value on a particular address only. Right? ID function tells you the address on which that particular variable is stored. What is ID function? ID function tells you, it returns the address of the variable on which it is stored. Am I clear? No. Again, I am telling you, this ID function, it returns the memory address of the variable. Now see.
So by address, what does it mean?
Yes, Akansha?
By address, what does it mean?
By address, what does it mean? Address means the location on which the location of your RAM, the byte, the correct byte at which it is located. It gives you a hexadecimal code. Now let me tell you. See, I'm not going to write that whole number. I can show you an example on the system only. So the online students, I can show you the example. Just give me a second. I'll be writing for you in the book. Don't. Is this screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Can you see this value? 1407274131444672.
Yes, sir.
This is the location at which my variable A is stored in my system. It will be not same for each of the systems. It will be different for every system. No, you don't have to write it. You don't have to write it. What kind of question can become? It can be asked simply in your simple words that which operator gives you the address of the variable? Simply like this. So you'll be having the ID. Right? This kind of question can be there. Or what kind of question can be there from this? See, what I have taken, I have printed the address of A. Right? I am taking one more variable B and I am going to print the address of B. See the values of A and B are same. Can you see the memory address of the A and B are also same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Python has an advantage. The Python programming has an advantage. What is that advantage? Advantage is that if the variables are having the same value, if the variables are having the same value, they share the same memory address. Means if your A is stored at, for example, the memory address 101. For example, if your A is stored on the memory address 101 and B is also having the same value address too. So instead of creating a new memory address for B, it will be referring to the same memory address. A and B both are having the value 2. So instead of creating new memory addresses for both of them, the A will be stored at 101 for example and B will be stored at 103. Your Python does not do that. C programming do that, C++ do that, Java does that. But the Python programming language has a great feature, has a great advantage that we are going to save the memory. Instead of wasting out the memory, they are going to save the memory. So for saving the memory, they have introduced a concept that if the values are same, then instead of creating new memory address for other variables, we are going to point out to the same memory address. Am I clear to everyone?
So what is the benefit
Science.
of having same memory
Yes.
for two values?
One by one. Yes, Kanak?
So what is the difference of having the same memory location of two different values?
What is the difference between the
What is the benefit in having same memory location of two values?
your programming? A good programming habit says, or a good programmer is known when he uses a program, when he writes a program or when he writes an algorithm such that your time and space, both of the things are reduced. That there means they should be reduced. The time complexity and the space complexity are the two things that have to be keep in mind while writing down the programs. right? We do not have we don't have an ocean of memory. Everything is limited. Why there's a see? If you are having the same values,
Sir?
why there's a need of creating new memory address for that variable?
Sir,
Yes, Aryan.
sir, I have a question, sir. I have a question in which A is equal to 2, B is equal to 0, C is equal to A plus B. So the value of C is a coming
A and C will be sharing. A and C will be sharing.
Sir, A is a 2, A is 2, B is a 0, C is A plus B. So the value of C is coming 2 plus 0 2. So is the ID of A is equal to 2, C is equal to 2 is same.
You said, sir, B is 0, C is A plus B, and if I want to check whether the memory address of A and C are same, so what is that?
They are same.
So will it be same?
Same.
I have shown you in the ideally only. I was telling you it will be same.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Chalo, we are ending up this session because I have to leave. So this is for today.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be continuing in the next class. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.
Sir.
Thank
Can I
you,
just
sir.
add me? Can I just add me on that in that group, right? Sure. Goodbye, everyone.